in case you forgot, on what are we still on Ustream? And then goes to YouTube afterwards. And we tape the rest of it for radio on Sunday morning and Sunday evening. And it's up on the website on a podcast, so you can grab it anytime you want. You ready there, Mr. Klein?
I am ready.
Everybody into the mic. All right, here we go. Welcome to Academic Challenge. My name is Jim Gifford, your host and moderator, and today we are featuring teams from Countryside Academy and Bridgman. WSJM's Academic Challenge features scholastic competition involving high schools from Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren counties. Academic Challenge is sponsored by Southwestern Michigan College, Lake Michigan College, Western Michigan University Southwest, and by Chemical Bank. And let's start today's competition by meeting the teams. First, from Countryside Academy, step up to your microphone and identify yourselves, please.
I am James Logston.
Michaela Warren. Jamie Chesky.
Carolyn Jackson.
And who's the captain over here?
James Logston.
James. And who's your coach?
Mr. Cook.
Ta-da. And from Bridgman.
Hi, I'm Stephen Walker.
Michael Preston.
I'm Rachel King.
Carly Warner.
Captain Stephen?
Correct.
And your coach? Or
Our
coaches?
coaches are Mrs. Veldman and Mr. Nicka.
Very nice. Here are the basic rules. During the first and second halves, we will announce the value of each question before it's asked. When you press your button, please wait to be recognized. There is no consultation allowed except during the 60-second round, and we'll have more on that later. I'll be your scorekeeper and co-judge, along with Bill Klein, who will be asking the questions. Is everybody ready? Bill, it is all yours.
For 5 points, in 2001, Wisconsin Governor Scott McCollum supported a law requiring schools to start each day with a show of patriotism. The Madison School Board responded by banning the Pledge of Allegiance. The board objected to what two-word phrase in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Stephen Bridgman.
Of God.
Incorrect answer.
Carolyn, Countryside.
Under God.
That is a correct answer. Under God.
5.
5 points. For 10 points, Utah's slogan boasts the greatest snow on earth, but it was a mountain in another state that received 1,224 inches of snow, making it the site of the world's greatest snowfall over a 12-month span. Name this highest mountain of the Cascade Range.
Michael Bridgman.
Mount McKinley in Alaska.
Incorrect answer.
Countryside, 5 seconds.
The
James?
Rocky Mountains.
Again, remember to wait to be recognized.
Oh, sorry.
What was it again?
The Rocky Mountains.
Yep, it was Mount Rainier. For 10 points, in 1916, when the United States was faced with World War, the ROTC started giving what in exchange for a 4 to 8 year commitment in the military?
Rachel Bridgman.
Scholarships.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. For 10 points, this is a math question. How many, well, that's not, I guess, math questions. For 10 points, how many eighth notes are in one measure of 3/4 time?
Carly Bridgman.
6.
That's a correct answer for 10 points. 5 points. It comes from the Hebrew for what is it? And it can be used to describe anything badly needed that arrives unexpectedly. The original fell from the sky. What are we talking about?
Stephen Bridgman.
Manna.
That is a correct answer for 5 points. For 10 points, if you ask for a raise, it's no surprise that they're giving none away. Name this Pink Floyd song with 7 beats per measure, track 5 on the Dark Side of the Moon.
James Countryside.
Wishing You Were Here.
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman, 5 seconds.
Money. Here's a math question. A shaft is rotating 3,600 degrees in 1 second. Convert this measurement into an angular speed in revolutions per minute.
And that's time.
600. For 10 points, what scientific term describes the particular combination of temperature and pressure at which water simultaneously exists as a solid, liquid, and gas? Scientific term.
Stephen Bridgman.
The triple point?
That is a correct answer for 10 points. For 10 points, name the kind of large, flat-bottomed barge on which Lewis and Clark set out from St. Louis. It was a vessel commonly used in the early United States. Its names begin with a letter K.
Carolyn, Countryside.
Kayak.
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman, 5 seconds.
Oh, Davy Crockett. Keelboat. For 10 points, which country was used in 1979 as a staging area by Vietnamese troops for the invasion of Cambodia?
Stephen Bridgman.
Laos?
That is a correct answer for 10 points. For 10 points, what 6-letter word refers to a developing animal or plant after fertilization and before birth or seed germination?
Rachel Bridgman.
Embryo.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. For 10 points, all the day long, whether rain or shine, she's a part of the assembly line. She's making history, working for victory. Give me the title of this song honoring women for their part in the war effort.
James Countryside.
Rosie the Riveter.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. 5 points. In 1960, only 58 pounds of this metal were used in the average car. Today, some 200 pounds are used because it's lighter and easier to recycle. Name this metal.
Carolyn Countryside.
Aluminum.
That is a correct answer for 5 points. 10 points. Washout of sulfuric acid by precipitation results in rainwater with an abnormally high concentration of what ion?
Stephen Bridgman.
Hydrogen?
Incorrect answer.
Countryside, 5 seconds. James Countryside.
Sulfuric.
That is incorrect.
Incorrect answer. It's sulfate. Math question for 10 points. A cube of unknown volume has a total surface area of 96 square inches. Calculate the cube's volume.
Time.
64 cubic inches. For 10 points, what was the last Massachusetts town the crew of the Andrea Gaul ever set foot in?
That's time.
It's Gloucester. For 15 points, strife, justice, and joy may sound like a morality trilogy, but they are just 3 of the plays written by what Englishman more famous for his Forsyte saga?
James Countryside.
Geoffrey Chaucer.
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman, 5 seconds. Stephen.
Shakespeare?
Incorrect. John Castworthy. For 10 points, where is Blanche Dubois taken in the final scene of A Streetcar Named Desire?
Stephen Bridgman.
A hospital?
More specific.
I don't know.
Okay.
Countryside, 10 seconds. Or 5 seconds. James.
Is it in a morgue?
Incorrect. The morgue is for dead people. It's an asylum.
Ah.
You can see this at the Twin City Players stage in October or in April.
Nice plug, Bill.
Math question for 15 points. What is the percent of uncertainty of the following measurement? 80 plus or minus 0.4 G.
And that's time.
0.5%. For 10 points, Dr. King founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Congress passed the first civil rights bill since Reconstruction, and President Eisenhower sent troops to integrate Little Rock Central High School. Name this year, also associated with the classic Chevrolet car.
James, Countryside.
1954.
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman. Stephen.
1963.
1957. 57 Chevy. For 15 points, name all 5 Romance languages.
And that's time.
Portuguese, French, Italian, Spanish, and Romanian.
And this will be the final question of the first half.
For 10 points, it was the only Nazi-occupied nation in World War II that passed no anti-Jewish laws and expropriated no Jewish property. Name this monarchy whose people ferried virtually their entire Jewish population to safety in Sweden.
Rachel, Bridgman.
Poland?
Incorrect answer.
Countryside Academy for 5 seconds. James.
Spain.
Denmark.
And that, my friends, wraps up the first half of today's academic challenge. We'll be back with the score and the 60-second round after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's great Southwest. I've got 55 to 20 here.
We get 10 questions about a topic that we choose. As many questions as we can.
60 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how it's spelled on the
Okay.
Okay.
going on in the lobby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
In our school, it's spelled very wrong.
Everyone does.
Which one is it? Spanish?
Italian. Spelled wrong. I've got used to it.
Portuguese and what? Romanian?
She's so late.
I think it's because it
Spanish,
sounds like
Portuguese,
they should.
Romanian. What was the other one? Romanian, French.
French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Romanian. I think
Okay.
Yeah, actually.
Carissa.
I didn't know
All right.
Portuguese was a romance language.
Everybody ready? Let's bring them back here.
Any subs over here? Nope. Okay.
Okay, we got one sub over here. We'll get to you here, I think, after the 60-second round. So let's do that. Here we go. At the end of the first half, the score, Bridgman 55, Countryside Academy 20. And we move on to the 60-second round. And teams, you have 3 categories to choose from. We'll give you 60 seconds to answer as many of the 10 questions as you can. Each one is worth 10 points. There's a 20-point bonus if you answer all 10 within the time limit. You're encouraged to consult with one another at this point, but the answers must come from the team captain. And after the minute is up, the opposing team will have a chance to answer any questions the first team could not answer. So Countryside Academy, you are trailing at the moment. You'll have the first choice of these categories, and they are tonight, Let's Party, Analogies, and Advertising Slogans. What's your choice going to be?
We'll do advertising, please.
Advertising slogans it is. And we start the clock at 60 seconds when you start reading. Bill?
Okay, there's a promo first here. Advertising Age magazine released what they call the top 10 slogans of the 20th century. Identify the brands when I give you the slogan.
All right.
Good to the last drop.
Mayo.
Incorrect. Breakfast of Champions.
Wheaties.
Correct. We Try Harder.
You can pass if
Pass.
Diamonds are forever.
Sales.
Incorrect. Just do it.
Nike.
Correct. Tastes great, less filling.
Pass.
Does she or doesn't she?
Pass.
When it rains, it pours.
Pass.
Where's the beef?
Oh, Wendy's.
That's a correct answer.
Correct answer.
Three. for
3
30
correct
points.
for 30 points. This is one category where us old farts would have kicked your butt.
We'd have gotten this one.
All right, Bridgman, you now have a chance to answer those that were either passed on or answered incorrectly by Countryside Academy.
You ready, Stephen?
And again, this comes from the captain.
ready?
So, Bill,
Good to the last drop.
Pass.
I can't pass in this stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Milk.
Milk?
Yes.
Maxwell House Coffee. We try harder.
Goodyear.
Avis. We're number 2.
Yeah.
We try harder. Diamonds are forever.
Tiffany.
Close. De Beers. Tastes great, less filling.
Krispy Kreme.
Good answer, because you shouldn't have gotten this one. It's Miller Lite. Does she or doesn't she?
Zales.
Clairol. When it rains, it pours.
Mort's salt.
That's the correct answer. Yeah, 1 for 10.
got 1 for 10. All right. All right, 1 correct answer for Bridgman there for a total of 10 points. Now we'll turn it around. Bridgman, you'll have your chance to select here. The remaining 2 categories are Let's Party and Analogies. Which one are you going with?
Analogies.
Analogies. And we'll have 60 seconds on the clock for this one. And Bill, when you're ready.
The Panama Canal is to the Atlantic and Pacific as the Suez Canal is to the...
Mediterranean and Dead Sea? Or Red Sea? Mediterranean and Red Sea?
That's a correct answer. The Empire State Building is to New York City as to the Willis Tower is to...
Chicago?
That's correct. Lockheed is to airplanes as Stutz is to...
Boats?
Incorrect. President William Howard Taft is to Senator Robert A. Taft as President John Adams is to...
Pass.
Humoresque is to Dvorak as Minute Waltz is to...
Pass.
The Underground is to London as the Metropolitan is to...
New York?
Incorrect. Leo DeRoche... Should we continue the question?
Continue the question.
Leo DeRocher is to baseball as Newt Rockney is to...
Football?
Correct answer.
3 correct answers for Bridgman. Total of 30 points in that round.
Okay.
And we'll turn over to Countryside Academy now for a chance to answer the ones that Bridgman either passed on or answered incorrectly. And Bill, when you are ready. Countryside?
You ready? Lockheed is to airplanes as Stutz is to...
Cars.
Automobiles. That's a correct answer. President William Howard Taft is to Senator Robert A. Taft as President John Adams is to...
John Quincy Adams.
That's a correct answer. Humoresque is to Dvorak as Minute Waltz is to...
Tchaikovsky.
Chopin. The Underground is to London as the Metropolitan is to...
Washington, D.C.
Paris. Paris.
I was close.
You got 2 correct.
2 correct for Countryside Academy for a total of 20 points. And that wraps up the 62nd round. We'll check the scores and conclude the game next here on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest. All right.
I know it's a difference having time. You know that? Oh wait, are we switching out? Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Your captains are prepped to tell us a little bit about what's going on at your schools. Wow. Nice to have support team there. All right. Oh, hey. Are you here with the Hartford crew? Countryside? All right. Well, welcome.
L-A-N-D.
All right.
I thought we had a teacher knocking on my chair.
Yeah.
Held by the
Wrong on both counts.
All right, then. We have more substitutions? Okay, what do we got here? Cortland, Shania? All right. Ta-da. Rachel, Carissa. Okay. We'll start with the captain's report, and then we'll move on from there.
Is this the Yay school?
What?
Yes. Is this the Yay school?
Yay school.
Yay school. We're so excited that tests are coming up soon, right? Well, okay. All right. All right. Hey, come on. Even though it's 12 degrees below zero out there, only another 3 or 4 weeks and the sun will come out and it will get up to 25.
There you go. All right, everybody ready? Here we go. The score at the end of the 62nd round, Bridgman 95, Countryside Academy 70. And it's time now to find out a little bit about what's happening at each of our participating schools. Let's start with Stephen, captain from Bridgman.
Well, lately we've just had a lot of academic, or not academic, but athletic things going around. We are currently the conference championship for Lakeland in basketball with a win on Friday. And good luck today for our game. Our swim came in third in conference. Choir festival has something,
Choir festival is tomorrow.
yeah, choir festival is tomorrow. We have a band concert coming up at Thursday. And our Science Olympiad meet is Monday. So good luck to everyone, and back to you.
All right. Back to you on the anchor desk. Thank you, Stephen.
2 hours every night they sleep.
Over to James at Countryside Academy.
This Saturday, the basketball team concludes its season at Michigan Lutheran. Then the varsity team will host Covert for districts. The student body is currently raising money in a penny war for Pennies for Patients. The juniors are highly excited about next week's Test Fest. Woo. Fest. Yeah, Test Fest. Yeah. Winter Formal Dance is also held this Friday by the student government.
The woo sold it.
Yeah.
Nice touch. All right. We have a couple of substitutions here. Let's see. From Bridgman, who's new?
I'm Carissa Steffens.
All righty. Thank you. And a couple of new players on Countryside Academy. Identify yourselves.
I'm Cortland Edwards.
Shania Edwards.
All right. Thank you and welcome. And let's get going. Let's begin the second half of today's academic challenge between Countryside Academy and Bridgman. And Bill Klein, it's all yours.
For 15 points, in a bird, it's called a syrinx. What organ performs a similar function in a human?
Carolyn, Countryside Academy.
Esophagus.
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman, 5 seconds.
Larynx.
Carissa,
Oh, sorry.
it's all right. One time
Larynx.
That's a correct answer.
for 15.
15 points. For 10 points, now a special administrative region of China, its legal system is based on Portuguese civil law. What is it called?
It's time.
Screwed up? No. Oh, Macau. For 15 points, what is America's largest finished work of sculpture?
James, countryside.
Mount Rushmore.
That is a correct answer for 15 points. For 5 points, their tails are long, their faces small. They haven't any chins at all. Their ears are pink, their teeth are white. They run about the house at night. This little poem by Rose Friedman refers to what creatures?
Stephen, Bridgman.
Mouse.
That's a correct answer for 5 points. For 15 points, Giuseppe Verdi composed an opera based on Shakespeare's Merry Wives of Windsor. The title of Verdi's opera is the name of one of the major characters in the play, a character who is portrayed in another of Shakespeare's plays, Henry IV, Part 1, as the companion of Prince Hal. Who is this character?
Stephen, Bridgman.
Carmen.
Incorrect answer.
Countryside Academy, 5 seconds.
Juliet.
James?
Oh, sorry.
Don't forget. James.
Juliet.
Incorrect. Falstaff. For 10 points, what lake surrounds Antelope Island, where Kit Carson found bison as a food source in 1845?
Stephen, Bridgman.
Salt Lake.
It's a correct answer for 10 points. For 15 points, what kind of warship is used to clear underwater explosives from coastal waters?
James, countryside.
A submarine.
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman, 5 seconds. James or Stephen.
PT boat.
Incorrect. It's a minesweeper.
Oh.
For 20 points, a thick slice of tenderloin, broiled and often served with a béarnaise sauce, is named after what Frenchman?
Cortland, countryside.
Chef Palo.
Incorrect answer. Good guess.
Bridgman, 5 seconds. Stephen.
Napoleon.
Incorrect. Remember this for prom night. Francois Chateaubriand. Good stuff. For 5 points, it is the only country to play in all final tournaments of the World Cup in soccer, and not surprisingly, leads all other countries in World Cup points scored and World Cups won. What is this soccer superpower?
Stephen, Bridgman.
Brazil.
That's the correct answer for 5 points. For 15 points, you can have déjà vu, meaning already seen, and also what else, meaning already heard.
And James, Countryside Academy.
Is it Ajay vu?
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman, 5 seconds.
Deja vu.
Carissa, I'll have to disallow that.
It's déjà entendu. A math question. Take out your pencils for 5 points. If x over 16 equals 0.375, what is the numerical value of x?
Stephen, Bridgman.
6.
That's a correct answer for 5 points. For 20 points, identify the alpha star in the constellation which also contains the Crab Nebula and the Pleiades. Pleiades.
Stephen, Bridgman.
The North Star.
Incorrect answer.
Countryside Academy, 5 seconds.
It's Aldebaran in the constellation of Taurus. For 10 points, the Marines have the Marines hymn. What are the service hymns for the U.S. Air Force and the U.S. Navy? Looking for 2 answers here.
James, Countryside Academy.
Anchors Away and Stripes something. Stripes and Blue.
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman, 5 seconds. Stephen?
Anchors Away and the Star Spangled Banner.
Anchors Away you got right, which is good from an old sailor. But Wild Blue Yonder is the Air Force. 20 points. Catherine of Valois was the daughter of French King Charles Charles VI. Which English king married Catherine?
Carolyn, Countryside.
Henry VIII.
Incorrect.
Bridgman, 5 seconds. Carissa.
King George III.
Incorrect. Henry V. For 15 points. Few presidential press secretaries have laws named after them, but Ronald Reagan's does. After a would-be assassin's bullet seriously wounded Reagan, name this man whose law requires a 5-day waiting period for background checks.
Time.
James Brady. For 10 points, what word means to travel about the country performing plays or giving speeches, especially campaign speeches? The word is derived from the custom of traveling troops, which used farm buildings as theaters in small towns.
Stephen, Bridgman.
A tour?
Incorrect answer.
Countryside Academy, 5 seconds. Cortland.
A showcase.
Incorrect answer. Barnstorming. For 15 points, which SI unit is defined using the triple point of water?
And that's time.
That's a Kelvin. For 20 points, with 146 neutrons, the 238 isotope of uranium starts a common decay chain. It emits an alpha particle to decay into the 234 isotope of which element with atomic number 90?
Stephen, Bridgman.
Plutonium?
Incorrect.
Countryside Academy, 5 seconds. James.
Radon.
Thorium. For 10 points, what was the volcanic material that buried the city of Pompeii?
James, Countryside.
Pumpus. It starts with the P.
Incorrect answer.
Bridgman, you want to take a shot at that? James or Stephen?
Ash?
I need more complete.
Oh, okay. More complete. Pumice?
No, you got it right, except
You think?
either one.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. But
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sorry, you did get it right. It was
Stone and or ash.
And or ash. So that is a correct answer for 10 points for Bridgman.
I'm asking for the rock.
Sorry, I had my pencil over that part of it. For 15 points, what island in the Indian Ocean shares its name with a type of get-together?
Stephen, Bridgman.
Shindig?
Incorrect answer.
Countryside Academy for 5 seconds. Carolyn.
Rendezvous.
Two good ones. It's reunion.
Yeah.
For 15 points.
This will be the final question of the match.
For 15 points. The most retired number in baseball's American League is the number. This is way too long. For 5 points. The founder of the League of the Iroquois around A.D. 1450 was also the title character of a Longfellow poem. Name him.
Carolyn, Countryside Academy.
Hiawatha.
That is a correct answer for 5
points. All right, that does it.
Another one required 5 people.
That will end today's academic challenge match. We'll tabulate the scores, announce the winners after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, very nice.
Good job.
By the way, would anybody be interested in hanging around here to take on St. Joe in the event that Hartford didn't make it? I don't know if they're here or not. there wasn't anybody here before. But. No? Bridgman says no.
James will take them all by himself.
Sure, yeah, let's go. You can do it, yeah.
We can do a mashup team.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Just a bit, yeah.
Oh, what are you supposed to say? Yeah. Yeah, coaches against St. Joe.
Hey, coach.
It may not be necessary, but I'm, just kind of hedging my bet. All right, let's wrap this up so you guys can move on. Here we go. We are back on WSJM's Academic Challenge to announce today's winners, and again to thank our sponsors and the winners today by a score of 145 to 90. The team from Bridgman. How about a nice hand for the Bees? Congratulations. Thank you all for joining us on WSJM's Academic Challenge, brought to you by Southwestern Michigan College, Lake Michigan College, Western Michigan University Southwest, and by Chemical Bank. And our next episode will feature the teams from St. Joseph and Hartford as they go head-to-head on Academic Challenge. All right, people. Good job. That wraps it up. I'll be in touch with your...